As the name indicates, today we are going to work with table for a given number in C programming. It's a program which is used and which is implemented using the looping concept. It's very easy, but it seems to be a difficult program for a beginner. So how we are going to implement, let's see. So we will declare with the void main here, as we know why we are using void in front of main. We have already discussed it in the previous lectures. So void main, and then for a table means we have, for example, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, like that. We want that type of implementation and exactly the table implementation. First we will declare, as we are declaring for printf or scanf, what we are declaring, we know include and stdio.h. okay, so first we will take the number, as indicate this, we will take the number for which we are going to make a table. So n is a number here. Okay, so first step will be what? We will just say enter the number. First you have to divide the problem into parts. First it is saying table for a given number. That means we want to enter the number first. So enter the number, we know that. So how we are going to enter the number? We know the scanf is for that. So we will say %d and we will say comma %n. So this is the program which will give enter the number, and we will enter the particular number for the table. Now how to, basically we have to just go with the algorithm of making a table in a C program. So we will just see the algorithm first. For we just put a comment here. So for example, the number is 3, and if we say the number is 3 and we multiply it with 1 equals to 3. Okay, I just close this now first, and then actually this is showing some message, so I just close it. So 3 multiplied by 1 is equals to 3. So now if the second one will be what? 3 multiplied by 2 is equals to 6. So as a beginner, if you just see this pattern, if you just watch this type of pattern, I just put it here, and what it exactly is happening in this program. 3 is a common, 1 2 it's a counter, and it is calculated with 3 and 6. So how we are going to work with the help of looping? So what we will do, we will make a counter. I'll just go through with all 3 loops here, and then it's your choice how you are going to work with. So I first work with do while, and then I start with the while, and then I say with the for. That is your choice how you are going to work. So I say, for example, I take a variable I here in the integer, and I initialize the value to 1 because I have to start with the 1. So what I do here, I say do what you want to do, and then at the end of this, we know how to implement the while. We will say I is less than equals to, we know the table is up to, generally we are saying 3 10s are 30, that means up to 10. So we will say 10 is my last final and last condition here. So what we are going to print now, I can put it in a one complete line, but as a beginner we can make it different parts. So what we will do, we will take a one variable t is equals to, and every time I multiply n with I, then I can shortcut this term, but as a beginner I prefer to be like this. So I say t, and I just initialize this t variable here, because otherwise it will, this is a good type of declaration. It's not that you have to declare each and every variable at the start. The moment you use that variable, then declare at the top, right? Okay, n into I, that means you are multiplying, as this indicates that multiplication is this. So what you will, every time what you will do, you will just say printf, and what you are going to print, we know everything is with the format specifier. So we say %d, and then what we will do, we will just put star here, then we will say %d again, that will the second one, and then we will say equals to, then we again say %d here. Okay, and then we put a comma here. First %d is for the common, which is the n, that is 3 3 3, it will be n. Then the second %d will be comma, then the second is a counter, that is I, that means it is changing. It can be first it will be 1, another, then it will be 2, then it will be 3, like that, and then n multiplied by I, and I have taken t for it. That's it. This is the thing which you have to do. Very simple. It seems to be, as I told you, for a beginner it seems to be a difficult program, but it is not a difficult. Now what we have to do, we have to increment it. We can increment it with I is equals to I plus 1 or I plus plus. Now if I just try to run the code, and if this program is fine, then it will work for us, and we will see whether it's working or not. So it will ask me what exactly number I want for the table. So for example, I give the same 3. So it will give me 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, but it is not giving in a proper manner. So what we will do, we know that what we have to do, we have already worked with that /n. /n is for new line. So now if I just try to run this program again, and we will see whatever number I am giving here, that is my requirement. I say 3, so I'm getting the table. See, exactly, beautifully I'm getting the table, right? So this is one thing. Another thing is, if you want to eliminate this t is equals to n, you are not a beginner and you just want to work in a one line. So what you will do, you will just eliminate this thing from this, delete this, and no need to use this now. For example, if you want to work with in a one single line, instead of this t, you will just say n multiplied by I here. That's the same thing. You are not using an extra variable, because in our coding world memory management is very important. So I'm not using an extra variable for it, I'm just working with it. So that's it, n multiplied, that's the same thing, right? But as a beginner it seems to be little difficult. That's the reason I put in the extra variable. Now you give the same number, that for example 3, 4 or 5. So I'm getting the same 4 is to 1, 4 is to 2, that is a table for a given number. Now in the beginning I told you that I'll do this program with the both do while and for. So what changes you have to do here, instead of do here, you can just see one program. If you are able to understand, then other will be very easy. So cut it from this position, delete this semicolon, paste this here. That's the main thing which you have to do for the while, nothing more than that. See, it's very easy, and it will give me the same output it was giving earlier. So no change. So I say 4, 5. You can just, whenever we used to be kids, and that time the table for 19 was very difficult for me. Now I will be able to give the table for 19 to my trainer, isn't it? It's great. So yeah, with the help of coding it is easy now. So this is the thing with the help of while. Now I want to convert the whole program for the for. So delete this while from this and just say for I is, this is one final condition. And what exactly you have to do, you have to delete this statement from, you just initialize here, or you can initialize at the same time, but I'm just putting it to the very like this, I0. No, I'm not starting with a 0, I have to start with a 1, and then you put this, cut it from this position and paste it here, or either type it here and delete this one. That's it, otherwise it will be double implementation. So run it and you will get the same output you were getting. So that means if you are working with one particular loop, then it will be very easy for you to shift to other type of loop, isn't it? So that's the main thing, is you should have a concept of looping, how exactly it is going to work, right? So concept of loops we have already worked with. If you really want to work with the other concepts of loop, put them in the comments so that we can take that problems also. And I think that's it. Please like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe the channel if you really feel the content is useful. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much. I'll meet you in the next lecture.